I'm in Memphis as part of a tour of American cities to talk to various communities about the nature of the relationship in their cities between communities of color and law enforcement. We want to make sure that law enforcement acts in a way that people will perceive as being fair and then in fact is fair. You know, we're here in this Civil Rights Museum, and I think in some ways this is a perfect place to have had the conversation that we just engaged in, because it's an indication of how far we've come, but it's also a reminder of how far we have to go.
What happened when you recruited these assistant, so I'm trusting you reporting back relatively shortly.
I see the president quite a bit. He has expressed concerns, certainly going back to what happened in Ferguson and the unrest that we saw in that city. He asked me to go, and I did. We've had continuing conversations about this whole question of building trust between law enforcement and communities of color. But his interest in criminal justice system reform has been something that is long-standing. It's something that I think first bonded the two of us when he was still Senator-elect Obama, something that we have talked about for years, and certainly something that we talked about when he asked me to take the job as Attorney General.
This new guidance will expand prohibited profiling criteria by explicitly banning profiling based not only on race, but also for the very first time on gender, national origin, religion, sexual orientation, and gender identity.
Our hope is that by expanding this ban on profiling, we can make federal law enforcement better, but also stand as a model for our state and local partners with the hope that they will enact similar kinds of bans. We have limited resources in law enforcement, and if we police on the basis of stereotypes, that will draw you into places where you shouldn't be and take you away from places where, in fact, you should be. And with regard to those protesters, there's a direct link between them and the people who are, I think, memorialized in this museum. People who made noise, who disrupted things, all with the hope, with the aim of making our great nation better.
The differences don't really exist between us, and we're going to do what we can in the administration to get the kinds of things that you, I think, are legitimately expressing concerns about. We're with you.
I would hope that those protesters will focus on, as these protesters did, on substantive change, working with people in law enforcement, working with those of us in government, working with people of different ethnic groups, all with the thought of just making the United States a better place.